I would like to call the informational meeting together today for the City Council, and welcome to everyone. First of all, we will have the City Council staff report.
Thank you, and good afternoon, Sioux Falls City Council. Let me give you a couple of updates for tonight's 7 o'clock meeting here at the Carnegie. There will be a request to move item number 12 after public input tonight. That is the thank you for the Whittier neighborhood cleanup. And then also number 9, there's been just a few changes just to let you know. And you've been given information of that in a hard copy at your desks. But basically, going back to the original assessment, the numbers appear a little bit differently. Actually, the amounts are the same. What happened there, you can kind of see the breakout of those total assessed amounts for your perusal. In addition, I just wanted to let you know that we did hang the City Council pictures. You can look over here on this side of the Carnegie Hall. You'll see the council members who in past, and then the most current one near the door, which is kind of fun for everybody to look at. And then also just to let you know, with Granicus, we're still kind of working out the bugs in that system, but we'll be planning to go live either probably the first weekend in August and making that available. And then we'll also have our instructional video ready for you to view at that time. And then a reminder, there's an elected officials workshop this Friday in Pier. I know I had talked to you some time ago about that, but if any of you wanted to attend that, it's kind of a drive. It's an up and back the same day, but they do have some great information, including the Attorney General will talk about open meetings and changes there. So if you want to go, just let me know. That's it.
Thank you very much. Mayor Munson is not here today. Is there anyone else from his staff today who wants to give a report on his behalf on any topic? Okay, moving on is an audit committee report, please. Okay.
Rich Oso, lead auditor. We have a 6-month report, a mid-year report, which is written. It's just pending approval of the audit committee, and once that's approved, it'll be released. That's just a status report. And then probably next month, you should have a couple of reports. I'm writing them right now, and after there was a review by the committee, those will be released.
Okay, and thank you very much. And so then at that point, will you be talking with us a little bit when those reports are
Sure.
made final?
Any questions you have, or the audit committee?
I'm sure that we
Yeah.
would appreciate your input.
Certainly.
Thank you for your work. Fiscal Committee, may we have a report from the Fiscal Committee, please?
No report at this point.
Okay. Land Use Committee, Councilor Litz.
No report.
Okay. Public Services Committee, Councilor Staggers, please.
Yes. Well, we're trying to get down to an ordinance to present to the City Council about campaign reform. As we're getting closer to trying to get a deadline for this, our discussion has become a little more spirited, so makes it more interesting, though.
Thank you for that report, Councilor Staggers. Open discussion among us. Yes, Councilor Brown, please.
I had received an email today from someone involved in biking in the community, and they have some concerns about the trails being closed for construction, and Sam Trebelcock is here to talk about, because you may also hear from groups this evening at 7, so I thought maybe to get the council up to speed on what the status is of those trails and detours and things like that. I asked him if he would be able to address that.
All right, thank you. Sam, thank you for being here today to help us learn more, and the public also.
As Vernon mentioned, there may be a fair amount of bicyclists tonight. As you might know, that there's a bike trail closure that's just about to, it was supposed to happen today, but it hasn't happened yet. It's between 6th and 8th Street. There's going to be some sewer work done, and that portion of the bike trail will be closed up until early September. Much as the concerns of the bicyclists near Sertoma Park with the dike raising project, they're also concerned about this bike trail closure, and they're concerned about there not being what we would consider a detour route. Well, our concern so far up to this point has been with detour routes. Certainly signifies a very safe trail. We have the safest bike trail around. There's no conflicts with cars. So detour route is really impossible in that area downtown. What we'd like to talk to the bicyclists about more is alternative routes. And what they're going to be here tonight to talk to you about, I think, is about trying to provide alternative routes to the downtown area so people know how to get around that. We've been talking already this afternoon about a couple alternative routes that might be possible to do that. And so our idea is to sit down with members of the Falls Area Bicyclist Club that are going to be here tonight and determine the best routes for bicyclists and other trail users, using on-street and sidewalk routes to get up and around that through downtown area. So when those people come tonight, they're certainly asking the city council to take that seriously, obviously, and we take it seriously too, so that's what we want to work with them on.
Thank you. Any questions? Councilor
Sam.
Jameson?
How long are some of these closures going to take place? What's the time frame on it?
Okay, the one that we're talking about right now between 6th and 8th Street is going to be starting anytime, it should be today, July 9th. I can see the sign out there, they just haven't moved it out into the trail yet, through early September. That's that particular one. The one, there's several others. We all have them up on the website at siouxfalls.org/parks, and if you go there, you'll see where the other sections are. There's another one down over near Sertoma Park. That's part of the dike raising project that the Corps is doing. We're trying to get to a portion where we can actually create an actual detour where we get them on the west side of the dike. Hopefully that'll be done within the next couple of weeks so we can do that. There's another one that's just going to take place, and you'll see another little press release from me probably in the next few days. There's going to be some major reconstruction along and near Pasley Park, just south of 26th Street to Pasley Park and along that side path. That'll be done and probably only take a couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks. And there's some other smaller trail projects from time to time too.
Thank you.
Just a comment, I think that just based on the reaction, it shows how much those trails are getting used and more all the time, and I think especially with the gas prices. So I'm glad to hear that Sam has been working to find alternative routes for them.
Yeah, I wish they could be fixed in the winter, but I realize that's not possible. But wait, any other questions? Okay, thank you very much for being here today, and Vernon, thank you for bringing that topic to our attention.
One other item, I think individuals talked to Kermit also, concerning access of people in street clothes going into pools and watch their kids being charged. I wonder if there wasn't some provision for, if they're not going to be swimming, if they could just go in and watch their kids swim, especially young children. I don't know, it's something I didn't realize. So, has anybody else had any contact?
Yeah, you're right, Bob. I had the same, probably the same person mentioning that they thought that was inappropriate.
So would both of you consider contacting Don Kearney on this? And
I'll talk to the park
Wonderful.
department first.
okay, all right. Any other open discussion items among any of you? I would like to remind everyone in our city that we are this week going to have our very important annual capital improvement plan hearings, and they will begin tomorrow evening here in Carnegie, obviously, from 6:30 to 9 p.m. And then on Thursday afternoon of this week, July 12th, we will meet again from 2:30 to 4:30. And I should say, I should say this council would be very pleased to receive more public input and have, by in person is our preference, by email, by phone calls, or whatever. In the 5 years I've served on the city council, I have heard from almost no one on this incredibly important plan. And I think it's better to give us input now than after we have voted on this plan. So please, please take my suggestions seriously. And then I guess I have not asked for sure, once the city council, the deadline, has that been set yet as far as when we should have our amendments to the capital improvement plan to the administration?
Not that I'm aware of yet. I think we have the hearings first, and I think the first reading is, for the plan, it would be just a resolution, so it's in August. So I imagine maybe 2 weeks prior to, or a week prior to.
Okay, and I think I'd heard maybe August 6th or whatever, and I will just double check on that. But anyway, and then the other open discussion item I would just like to share is would like to thank you for choosing me to be your chair this year. I am open 24 hours a day for input. I am particularly looking forward to working as closely as possible with Councilor Litz as vice chair, and of course our hardworking staff. And again, welcome input from all of you throughout this year. And then the other thing I would like to tell you is that I'm working hard on putting committees together, and I am trying very hard to put you exactly where you want to be. And as you know, the fiscal committee this year has had 4 members instead of 3, and I think the world has just gone on just beautifully that way. And so we may end up having a couple more 4-person committees. And anyway, so again, for those of you who have not given me your choices on where you'd really like to be, I look forward to hearing from you in the near future, and I will report back to you on that topic very soon. And any other open discussion items? I would like to motion to go into executive session regarding contract negotiations, please.
So moved, Litz.
Okay, Councilor Litz made the motion. May I have a second? Okay, second by Costello. All in favor? Aye? Aye. Okay. Anyone opposed?